Hello, my dear students. Inshallah, today we'll complete our lesson 2, chapter 1, types of measurement and the measurement error. Okay. Okay. Last session, I have talked about the measurement error may be for many reasons, such as number one, choosing improper tools. What does it mean, improper tools or unsuitable tools? So when you want to measure very small masses like the mass of gold or silver ring, you will use sensitive balance or digital scale, not common balance. Okay? Why? Because the common balance or the two-band balance scale is suitable for measuring large masses such as fruits and vegetables. Okay? So the reading will be not accurate for its measurement. Okay. طيب. Number two, a zero error defect in your device. For example, if you want to measure the electric current intensity passing through the circuit, you will use a device called ammeter. Okay. What will happen if the circuit is open? No current pass through it. The reading of ammeter will equal zero. But when we look at the pointer, huh, it has a reading. Okay, not zero, one. Okay. طيب. Number three, unexperienced person using the tools. For example, for measuring the volume of liquid, you must see it in the same vision of your eye, the same plane, not inclined like this or this. Okay. This is the correct position. طيب. Environmental conditions such as the air currents, which may affect the mass of object, especially for small masses, and the temperature and the humidity of the air. Okay. Types of measurement. We have two types of measurement: direct measurement and indirect measurement. If you want to measure the density of liquid, you must calculate the mass and then calculate the volume. Then using your calculator to divide mass over volume to get your density. Okay. So we have many steps or many measurement process, and the error may occur more than one time. Okay, you have error maybe in mass and volume and in calculation the density. Okay, right. What about the direct measurement? Direct measurement, it has one measurement process. Maybe one error occur or not. Okay, no calculations here. If you want to measure the density of liquid, we will use a device called hydrometer. Called what, شباب? Hydrometer. Okay, it is one step measurement, one step measurement. Okay. How can we calculate the error of measurement or estimate the error of measurement? Uh, we have two type of error. Two type of error. Okay, right. Absolute error and relative error. Okay, absolute error and relative error. What is the difference between the two error? The first one, absolute error, it is the difference between the real value and the measured value. Real value and measured value. If you know that the mass of ring equal 7 gram, and you ask your friend to measure the mass of ring again, and your friend tell you that the mass of ring equal 7.3, okay? Right. The absolute error here equal 7 minus 7.3. 7 minus 7.3. Okay? Absolute error equal 7 minus 7.83. Huh? Equal equal 0.3 gram. Okay? 0.3 gram. This sign means that you need the magnitude, not the value. I know that it is negative 0.3, but this sign, absolute value, it doesn't need its sign. You need the magnitude only. Okay, whatever it is positive or negative sign. Okay, okay. So the absolute error is the difference between the real value and the measured value of your measurement. Okay, if you want to calculate the area and its absolute error, يبقى A naught minus A. A naught, it is the real value of area, and A is the measured value of area. Okay, so the difference between the two value equal the absolute A, absolute error. Okay, شباب؟ طيب. The second type of error is the relative error. It is the ratio between the absolute error and the real value. Relative error are small, equal absolute error of delta x over a x naught. Delta x over a شباب over x naught. Okay? طيب. If you want to calculate the absolute error of length, delta L, absolute error of length, over the value of a L naught. To calculate the relative error of area, absolute error of area over the value of a of naught. Okay. Measuring unit, the absolute error has the same unit of measurement process. Okay. If you subtract masses or length, it has the same measuring unit. It has the same measuring unit from the last session or from the last week. We have talked about the dimension formula. When adding or subtracting something, it must have the same measuring unit. Must have the same measuring unit. Okay, but the relative error has no dimensions or has no measuring unit. It is the ratio between two identical physical quantities. Is the ratio between length over length or mass or area over area, so it doesn't have any measurement unit or measuring unit. Yes, but type. Which one is more better indication for your accuracy of your device? Absolute error or relative error? The most indication or the better indication for your measurement process is the relative error. This is ايه يا شباب? The relative error. And when its value is smaller, the device get higher accuracy. Get ايه يا شباب? Higher accuracy. Okay. If you have two devices, you can compare between them. Which one has the smaller value of relative error? Okay. And estimating error for direct measurement, it can be calculated by using the relative error delta x equal relative error times x naught or x minus x naught. Okay. Right. The relative error equal delta x over x naught or x naught minus x over a x naught. Okay, شباب. طيب. We have an example here. A student measures the length of pencil and it is found equal to 9.9 centimeter. Meanwhile, its actual length equal 10 centimeter. And another student measures the classroom length and it found equal 9.13 meter. Meanwhile, its actual length is 9.11 meter. Estimate the absolute error and the relative error in each case. Firstly, you want to get the absolute error of the length of pen and the length of front side. Okay, to get the absolute error of length of pen, 10 minus 9.9 equal what شباب? Equal 0.1. 0.1 a. It has unit or not? It has unit. 0.1 centimeter. This is the absolute error of length of your pencil. Right. And another student measured the classroom length. It was found 9.13. Its actual length equal 9.11. So the difference between them equal the absolute error of length of your classroom equal and equal 0.2 meter. يا شباب طيب يبقى هنا 0.1 هنا 0.8 0.1 سنتيمتر هنا ايه 0.2 meter. طيب and calculate the relative error each case. The relative error of the length of pencil equal pencil equal delta L 0.1 divided the real value equal 10 centimeter. Okay, equal 0.001. 0.01. Huh? It's a measuring unit. It doesn't have any measuring unit. Why? Because it is the ratio between two physical quantities have the same unit. Length over length equal 0.01. It has no unit or dimensionless quantity. طيب, the relative error of your classroom equal error of room side equal relative error of room side equal ايه يا شباب؟ equal 0.2 divided 9.11, and it has a also no units. Okay, طيب, is the result of measurement process. Okay, and in case which measurement is more accurate, you need to find the ratio between the value of relative error equal of pencil equal 0.01 and the value of the relative error of classroom side or classroom length. Which one of them is a smaller value? It will be more accurate one. It will be a شباب more accurate one. So the measurement in the second case is more accurate. This 1%, this 0.22%. Okay, so it is a more better indication. But, estimating error in indirect measurement, like a summation of the two physical quantities or subtracting the two physical quantities. Okay, so how to calculate the error? To calculate the error, you must adding the two value of the absolute error of each one of them. You must adding the two value of the absolute error of each one of them. Okay. For example, to understand this point, we must to solve this example. In practical experiment, to determine the physical quantities L by adding the two physical quantities L1 and L2, and L1 plus L2. Okay, you will get a L capital and the relative error. Okay, we must get or calculate the absolute error of each one of them. Absolute error of each one of them, length 1 equals 0.1 and length 2 absolute error equals 0.2. Okay, L equal L naught 1 plus L naught 2. 5.2 plus 5.8 equal 11 centimeter. 11 يا شباب centimeter. Okay, طيب. And what about the absolute error of the total L? This L total. To calculate the absolute error of each one of them, okay, we must adding 0.1 plus 0.2. 0.1 plus 0.2 equal 0.3. 0.83. So the answer will be 11 plus or minus 0.3 or 11 plus or minus 0.3, B or D. Okay. And the relative error of its measurement equal the absolute error over the real value. Okay, يبقى 0.3 divided 11 يبقى 3 over 100. So our answer will be letter A, letter D. A student measures the mass of second example. A student measures the mass of an amount of chemical material. It was found to be 20 grams plus or minus 0.1. Then the mass of the material was decreased by 5 plus or minus 0.1. So the mass of the remaining amount of material equal what? Huh? By adding or subtracting two physical quantities, you must adding the two value of absolute error. It means what? 0.1 plus 0.1 equals 0.2. 0.1 plus 0.1 equals 0.2. So this answer will be false, and this also will be a false. Huh? The measure or the process here is decreased. You got 20 minus 5, 20 minus 8, 20 minus 5 equal 15. 15 plus 0.2. Okay, شباب, so the answer will be letter A, B. طيب, we have another question here. What if you are asked to calculate the relative error measuring the remaining mass? To calculate the relative error, you must divide what, شباب? The absolute error over the real value. So 0.2 over 15. 0.2 over ايه شباب? Over 15. Equal 0.2 divided A 15 to get the value of the relative error. We have a question here. Choose the correct answer if the height of building 1 equal 8 plus or minus 0.2 meter and the height of building 2 equal 12 plus or minus 0.2 meter. So the building 2 is taller than the building 1 by what? So the difference between the two buildings. Firstly, you must adding the two value of the absolute error 0.2 plus 0.2 equal what, شباب? Equal 0.4. Okay, so the answer which may be correct for me, the answer must be excluded B and D. Okay, so our answer will be letter A or C. Type. The process here is taller than. 2 is taller than. So it needs a difference between the two buildings. 12 minus 8 equal 4. 12 minus 8 equal A equal 4. 4 plus or minus 0.84 meter. So the correct answer will be letter C. Okay? Right. What will happen if we have two different processes which may be multiply or division? Multiply or or division. Okay? Firstly, finding the area of rectangular by measuring its length and its width, then multiplying them. And if you want to calculate the relative error, for example, we have an example here to get the volume or the area of shape. For example, a rectangular shape, length times width, length times A, length times width. Like this example, length times width. You must collect or you must calculate the relative error of length individually and the relative error of width individually and adding the two value of them. How? 0.1 over 6, this is the relative error of length. 0.1 divided 6 over, and the relative error of width equal 0.2 divided 5, the absolute over the real value. The absolute over the real value. Okay? 0.2 divided 5. Huh? What else? We must adding the two value of the two relative error of width and length to get the relative error of A of area. To get the relative error of A شباب of area like this look. Okay? طيب, what will happen if you get the relative error of area? You can calculate the absolute error of area by making relative error times the value of A naught. A naught here equal L naught times W naught equal 6 times 5 equal 30 meter. يبقى A naught here equal 30 meter. Equal 30 meter. Okay? طيب. To get the relative error, sorry, the absolute error, error of area equal the relative times the value of A naught, the value of A our real area. Okay, so it equal the relative error here equal 17 over 300, 17 over 300, 17 over 300 times, you must make the brackets here, 17 over 300 times the real value equal 30 to get the to get the absolute error of the area. Okay, so if you have two process or two different process, firstly multiply or division, you must get the relative error firstly and the absolute error. If you have a process different by which was adding or subtracting, you must get the absolute and the relative error individually. Okay, شباب? So the process summation or subtraction, you must find the absolute error, then the relative error, and if it is multiply or division, you must collect the relative error, then the absolute error from the next example. Okay, شباب? Uh, we'll solve another example here. And try to solve example number 2 here. A body of mass equal 5 plus or minus 0.5 kilogram is moving with velocity 2 plus or minus 0.2 meter per second. Then the absolute error of its kinetic energy equals. The law of kinetic energy here equal half mass times v power 2. Half mass times a v power 2. Okay? Right. Firstly, you will get the relative error of kinetic energy. Equal what? The relative error of kinetic energy equal the relative error equal the relative error of mass Rm plus the relative error of V plus the relative error of V again. Kinetic energy equal ايه؟ half it doesn't have any error. Mass يبقى R relative error للماس and velocity power 2 يبقى V plus V. في ايه يا شباب؟ V plus V. اوكي؟ طيب the relative error of mass equal what؟ 0.5 over 5. The relative error of velocity 0.2 over 2. اوكي يا شباب؟ طيب يبقى to collect to calculate the relative error of mass relative error of mass the relative error of mass equal 0.5 over 5, 0.5 over 5 plus 5, okay, plus 0.2 over 2 plus 0.2 over A over 2 equal try by solving your calculator شباب. And you will get the value of the relative error of kinetic energy. طيب the absolute error of kinetic energy equal what? Absolute error of kinetic energy equal absolute error of kinetic energy equal half times 5 times v power 2 times 4. Okay, so it equal what? Equal 10 joule. equal ايه يا شباب؟ 10 joule. Okay, طيب after you get the relative error of kinetic energy, you must equate this value, the relative error of kinetic energy, by the absolute error of kinetic energy, absolute of kinetic energy over the real value, which is equal 10 joule. So you will get the value of the of the kinetic energy, and it is very easy. يا شباب, try to solve another exercise about this lesson. And what about the first example? Try to solve the first example here. The mass of solid cube was measured to percent of error, and its side length was measured with 2% of relative error. Percent means relative error شباب. Then the percent of measuring the density of cube equal what? Density equal mass over volume. Mass over over volume. But here we have the mass equal 2% and the side length. But volume equal length power 3. So this value must be multiplied by by 3. Okay, شباب? 2 times 3 equal equal 6. By 6%. This is the value of volume plus 2% equal 8% of the relative error. Okay, شباب? Why the relative error? We must add the value of the relative error of each quantity inside the law. Okay, شباب? Thank you, شباب.